JJ, coming down from Wanganui, there must be a lot involved.
There is. There's a lot of planning. You've got to make sure you've got all the right gear, all the horses got all their covers, because you never know what the weather's going to be like down here. And a lot of planning goes into it, and especially when you've got to pack up. It depends how many horses you're taking, of course, but you've got to be well organised.
How do you pick which horses that you are going to bring down?
Well, you just know through the year what races there are and how they're going, and sometimes you don't know till the last minute if they're going well enough or not. But normally you make a plan, and you really do know for these big races what you've got for them.
And you've got to come across on the ferry, so you've got to get that booked, and it's all a bit of a to-do.
It is. We always end up going with Majestic over, and otherwise if we have one horse, I sometimes tow it the car and the float, but you've got to book everything, make sure everything's right, and if the weather's right, you've got to be prepared to stay on either side if it's rough. So, yeah, it's a lot of planning.
You're going from Wanganui down to Christchurch, so a big difference.
It is a big trip. It is a really big trip. If I'm towing the horse, I do like to stop and blend them and give it a bit of a break, a bit of a halfway break, so they can get their head down, have a drink, just a bit of a rest. When they're going the whole way in the transport, it's a long trip and it is hard on them, but most of them get through it pretty well, as long as they're good travellers.
Do horses know about different tracks? Do they favour their own?
Well, they do. I think they have their pet tracks, really. A horse will always seem to go well on its home track, but saying that you can travel away and they'll have a good track that'll suit that horse as well.
So as far as training, you're full-time?
Full-time trainer, partnership with my father Evan, and it's really a bit of a family affair. My sister Claire, she rides in the morning before she goes to work as a dental nurse, and my sister Eve, she rides, and we've got 3 other helpers in the morning, and we're pretty busy.
And then, of course, you peter off towards the end of the day after you've sort of fed and watered and exercised.
Yeah, that's in the morning. We go back, and then we've got to bring them in and change them around at lunchtime, and you can never really go away. And then it's afternoon, starts up again, and it's brushing and bringing them in and all that same stuff, feeding again and get them ready for the night.
So you're a nutritionalist as well as somebody who works with the athletes?
I don't know about a nutritionist, but you've got to feed them right and make sure they've got all the right supplements and everything, so yeah.
And then there's NRM, of course, that's where they come in.
It is, NRM's great, really.